All right, welcome back, everyone. Today, we're jumping into a really fascinating comparison that pits two absolute titans of India against one another. We're stepping away from the typical everyday news to bring you a definitive breakdown of an epic, friendly rivalry. On one side, we have the dynamic, fast-paced powerhouse of the West. On the other, the majestic, culturally rich heartland of the royals. Yep, we are putting Maharashtra and Rajasthan head-to-head. We're going to objectively measure their economic might, their human capital, their incredible daily cultures, and their legendary historical heritage. So grab a seat, because we're drawing directly from the data to give you the clearest picture possible of these two phenomenal states. Okay, let's dive right into this. The big question we're exploring today is pretty simple. Can Rajasthan truly compete with Maharashtra? It's a compelling question, right? Because we're dealing with two completely different kinds of greatness here. One state is recognized globally as India's financial engine, just an unstoppable force of modern commerce. The other? Well, it holds a worldwide reputation as the very soul of India's royal history and stunning architecture. So how do you even weigh modern financial capital against centuries of enduring historical legacy? Well, to find out, we need to break down the actual data. Let's get into it. Round 1, stats. Let's see who outweighs whom. Right out of the gate, let's look at economic strength, and wow, the numbers are staggering here. Maharashtra's gross domestic product sits at a massive $615 billion, compared to Rajasthan's $220 billion. Maharashtra holds a really massive lead in this category. And, this isn't just a random statistical gap. It's driven historically by Maharashtra's huge coastal port advantages and its evolution into India's central commercial, financial, and entertainment hub. The state literally acts as the primary gateway for international trade and corporate headquarters. Now, Rajasthan definitely possesses a robust economy, largely fueled by tourism, agriculture, and minerals, but the sheer industrial and corporate firepower of Maharashtra firmly cements its position as the ultimate economic heavyweight in this comparison. And this brilliantly illustrates the human side of that equation. This economic engine is powered by a massive sea of human capital. Maharashtra is home to an estimated 13 crore people. Now, Rajasthan is still incredibly populous by global standards at about 9 crore, but Maharashtra's sheer numerical advantage provides a vast, highly diverse workforce that just continuously pushes its economy forward. Think about it. When you have an extra 40 million people, you have a significantly larger domestic market, way more internal consumption, and a much deeper labor pool spanning from agriculture all the way to high-tech services. It shows how economic might is almost inextricably linked to the sheer volume of human capital driving it. But wait, the momentum actually shifts when we look at physical landmass. Rajasthan takes the crown here, spreading across an impressive 3.42 lakh square kilometers. Physically, it is a giant, encompassing vast deserts and sprawling historic terrains, easily beating out Maharashtra's 3.08 lakh square kilometers. But when we look at the educational reach within those borders, Maharashtra pulls ahead once more. Maharashtra boasts a literacy rate of roughly 87%, compared to Rajasthan's 75%. So while Rajasthan holds significantly more ground, Maharashtra leads in educational penetration, equipping its massive population with the skills necessary to sustain that modern economy we just talked about. It keeps this head-to-head incredibly tight. Moving on to round 2, taste, culture, and society. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the food. When we look at the daily fabric of these states, their distinct palates completely take center stage. Maharashtra brings absolute street food royalty and festive sweetness. You've got the iconic vada pav, this brilliantly simple, spicy potato dumpling in a bun that practically fuels Mumbai, alongside the fiery, sprout-based misal pav. Then there's the rich, sweet flatbread puran poli, the incredibly popular pav bhaji, and the beloved sweet modak, which is deeply tied to the Ganesh Chaturthi festival. Rajasthan answers this with deeply traditional, rich flavors forged in the arid climate of the desert. Without an abundance of fresh vegetables historically, they mastered dishes like dalbati chorma, the incredible gram flour-based get tiki sabzi, the desert bean specialty kursangri, the intensely spicy garlic-heavy mutton dish lal mas, and the exquisite honeycomb-like dessert givar. Honestly, both states offer a taste profile that is deeply historic and completely fantastic. It's a delicious tie. Okay, shifting gears from the culinary to the societal, the demographic makeup gives us a much clearer picture of everyday life. In Maharashtra, approximately 79% of the population practices the Hindu faith, while the Muslim community makes up about 11%. This really provides a snapshot of the diverse yet distinct cultural fabric that weaves together the society of this massive Western state, where different communities have lived and traded side by side for centuries. And that shared history has deeply influenced the state's architecture, its festivals, and its communal harmony. Now, compare this with Rajasthan's makeup. we see a slightly different demographic here, with roughly 89% of the population following Hinduism and the Muslim community comprising around 9%. What's really striking here isn't just the specific percentages, but how the diverse traditions, beliefs, and shared histories of these communities in both states beautifully form the core identity of India. Both of these states are absolute melting pots of ancient traditions that continue to thrive in the modern era.
Which brings us to our final round, great figures and historical heritage.
So, the crucial point here is the sheer breadth of Maharashtra's legacy. Its impact on India's identity is uniquely broad. It is the land of the great warrior king Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, whose legacy of naval prowess, guerrilla warfare, and the establishment of the Maratha Empire still pulses fiercely through the state today. But its influence brilliantly spans across completely different eras, too. It gave the nation the visionary social reformer and chief architect of the Indian Constitution, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. It produced global icons spanning sports and arts, like the cricketing legend Sachin Tendulkar and the immortal voice of Lata Mangeshkar. And of course, there is the sheer gravity of Mumbai. It's home to the massive Bollywood entertainment industry, the iconic Gateway of India, and a famously fast-paced financial lifestyle that attracts dreamers from literally every corner of the country. Maharashtra's identity is this seamless blend of historical warriors and modern-day trailblazers.
But then you look at Rajasthan, and we are met with an awe-inspiring royal legacy. I mean, it literally translates to the land of kings. This is the earth that birthed legendary warriors who are celebrated for their unyielding bravery, absolute icons like Maharana Pratap, Prithviraj Chauhan, and Rana Sanga who fiercely defended their lands. And beyond the people, the state's identity is etched right into the landscape itself. You have these huge, imposing hill forts that seem to grow directly out of the rocky terrain, vast stretches of the Thar Desert, the deeply ingrained Rajputana culture of chivalry and honor, and the iconic camels traversing the dunes. This profound historical footprint isn't just some relic of the past. It has turned cities like the Pink City of Jaipur, the lakes of Udaipur, and the Golden Stones of Jaisalmer into massive global tourist hubs. It allows people from all over the world to step directly into a living, breathing royal heritage.
So, what does this all mean? Well, that brings us to a question that only you can answer. When you weigh the massive economic might, the staggering human capital, and the fast-paced modern legacy of Maharashtra against the incredible physical scale, the unyielding warrior history, and the globally renowned royal heritage of Rajasthan, what makes a state truly great in your eyes? Is it the financial engine that drives a nation forward, or the historical soul that grounds it in tradition? Drop into the comments and let the debate begin. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.